welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's story time. Before we get into it, make sure you are subscribed, give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and turn on your post bell notifications. Okay, so we just gonna get right into it. No rambling. Let me tell y'all. Okay, this was for real the last birthday dinner. I know I said I was never gonna go to another birthday dinner after my last video, but I promise on everything I love. On everything I love. My granny can call me and ask me to go out with her for her birthday dinner, and I'm gonna say no. I'm never going to, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if I've known you all of my life. I'm never, ever, ever going to another. So let's just get into it. I don't even want to give people names because it's like, it's not like a lot of people, but it's just, I don't feel like thinking of all these fake names. So I'm just going to say my cousin. This do have to do with my, it's just so much. My cousin is in here, so we just going to say my cousin. And then we going to say my homegirls. Or maybe homegirl 1, homegirl 2. I don't know. Just know this had to do with my cousin and my homegirls. Okay, so a little backstory on my cousin. This was a cousin that, like, y'all got them family members to where, like, y'all cousins, like, you got certain family members, like, you friends with your cousin. Like, some cousins I mess with, like, some cousins I'm real close with. Like, I got 2 cousins that I call my sisters, and then, like, other cousins, like, we hang out often, we talk often, whatever. Like, you friends with your family. And then some cousins you got where it's just like, oh, that's just my cousin. Okay, so I feel like I'm saying cousin too much already. So this one cousin, she was somebody that I used to be cool with when I was younger, and then we had fell out for whatever reason. I really can't remember why we fell out. I really feel like it was because of a boy, but whatever. We had fell out for whatever reason, and then we had, like, recently, I'm not gonna say when this was, but we had reconnected, like when we had became grown or whatever. So she hit me up and she wrote me this long message on Instagram about how she missed me and how we should have never fell out or all this and that. And she was just like, you know, like, if you ever want to talk, whatever, just hit me up. And she gave me her number. So it was crazy because this particular cousin, I had thought about her like a few weeks before, and I was just like, I wonder, like, what she up to, like, now in life. Because, like, my uncle, who is her dad, like, rarely when I would see him or whatever, like, I would ask about her or whatever, like, oh, how's she doing or whatever. And last time I heard, she was, like, in nursing school or whatever. So cool. Keep this in mind. She's in nursing school, okay? So, yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking, like, whenever I had hit her up. So I had texted her number, whatever, and I was like, hey, this Lauren, blah, 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 got your message, missed you. Okay, we got reacquainted. Okay, cool. So she was like, oh, you in Florida now? Like, I be coming down there. I got friends in Florida. I was actually thinking about coming back down there for my birthday or whatever. So I'm just like, oh yeah, you should come. Like, what parts of Florida? Because, like, where I live now, it ain't like much to do. So, like, where do you be at? Blah, blah, blah. So she was like, I'm thinking about either going to, like, first she said Daytona, and I was like, who wanna, cause she, mind you, she live in Atlanta now. I'm like, who wanna come from Atlanta and go to Daytona Beach? Like, girl, for your birthday, what is we finna do in Daytona? Be for real. I'm like, have you ever been to Daytona? She was like, no, I never been. So I'm just like, I don't think we should go there. You should do something like Miami, or I'll even say like Tampa or something. But Daytona, like, be for real. Like, we could go to, like, if you want to go, like, more tropical, which I never been to none of these places, but, like, Siesta Key, the Keys, or, like, you know, like, somewhere like that. Like, you know, we can do something like that. Like, that'd be cute. So she was like, oh, I never been to Tampa before. So I'm thinking, like, why did I say that? I mean, like, I guess it's, like, stuff to do in Tampa, but when I think about, like, Tampa, my mind immediately go to, like, Ybor City, and I don't really like Ybor City no more, because, like, I've been a couple times, and it's real ghetto. I don't know what they do out there now, but a few years ago when I went, like, a couple times, it just wasn't a good experience. So whatever. I'm just like, dang, why did I say Tampa? So I'm just like, okay, like, I'm sure we can find something, like, whatever. Like, y'all know I used to live in Tampa with my mama, so cool. Or maybe I didn't know that. Okay, so whatever. So she just like, okay, she gonna like plan everything out. She was just gonna come for the weekend because her birthday was like, she was gonna come like that Friday. Like her birthday was gonna be that Saturday. They was gonna leave like on Sunday or whatever, right? So I'm saying that because she's saying like, oh, she can get like a homegirl or two. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, just let me know, or whatever. And she was like, if you have friends, like the more the merrier. Like we could just go out, we can club hop, we can bar hop, like we can do whatever, like it'll be cool. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, like let me know. So this was probably like a month in advance. So she hit me like 2 weeks, like a week before she was supposed to come, and she was just like, hey, it's just gonna be me, like my homegirls, they acting funny or whatever, like they keep pulling out. 1 minute they'll say they'll come, the next minute they'll say they can't get off of work, or they'll be lying, they'll be acting funny, whatever. Like she was broke. So I was just like, oh, no worries, like I got homegirls, we're gonna make sure you have a good time, cool. So she get down here, mind you, we not having no conversation about like what we doing or nothing like that, like what do you do for work or nothing. It was just like real like, oh, I miss you, we need to hang out. I was gonna, you know, talk more in depth, of course, like when she got there or whatever. So she had got like this Airbnb, and she was like, we can just stay at the Airbnb. So I was just like, okay, like just let me know whatever you need me to send, because I was just gonna pay for me and my homegirls or whatever, because I'm the one who invited them out. So I was just like, you know, like we'll stay at the Airbnb with you, just tell me like whatever you want me to send. So she was like, oh no, it's cool. Like she was gonna do, which I don't think I can like say this on YouTube, but she was gonna do like one of them little schemes that people be doing with Airbnbs or hotels or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, where y'all know the scheme. She was gonna do like that. So she was just like, oh no, like one of my dudes, like they gonna cover it, like it's cool, like I ain't even have to come out of pocket, like y'all don't have to pay nothing. So I was just like, okay, cool. Which, mind you, I don't know if I told this on the regular page or the membership, but my Airbnb account is suspended for life, because not because I was doing the scheme personally on my account. It was, I had went on a trip with other people, and because our names was on the reservation that he was scheming on, all of us got our accounts banned. So I can't even book an Airbnb in my name ever again in life, which I was so confused about, because I'm like, I'm hitting up Airbnb and they're like, yeah, like somebody else's information was used and y'all was at the, and I'm just like, I didn't know nothing about that. Like, cause you know, like when you book an Airbnb, you're supposed to like send the link to the people that's gonna be at the B&B with you, and then that's how the hosts know like, oh, I'm gonna have like these people with me. It was like that. I never booked nothing in my name, nothing was under my name. I didn't put no card on file, no nothing. I literally was just, my name was attached to the reservation that the person had. Okay, whatever. I don't even like Airbnbs no more anyways. I'd rather stay at a hotel. Cool. So we didn't send like our name or nothing. I was just saying like that happened to her and that happened to me. Okay, cool. So we get to the B&B or whatever, me and two of my homegirls. So I get there, I bring her a bottle. One of my other friends had a bottle, she had a bottle, so we cool, we lit. I'm just hugging her like, oh my gosh, I missed you so much, like we got so much to catch up on, like da 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 da. So cool, we get to talking, we get to taking shots, and I had mentioned to her like, oh, Uncle such and such, like which is her dad, had mentioned like, oh, you was in nursing school, like how's that going, like is you done yet? And she was just like, yeah, I tried it, but it's not really like for me, like I don't really like want to be a nurse, like I couldn't like dedicate my time to it, whatever. So I'm just like, oh, okay, like that's cool. So like what you doing? So she was just like, oh, she took a break from school. I'm just like, oh, okay, like cool. Like I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm not asking her like, oh, that's weird, like why would you, like, hey, do what you want to do. So she asked me like what I do. So I was like, oh, I do YouTube now, like I'm a content creator. And she was like, oh, that's so dope. And she asking me, you know, like, oh, like how many subscribers you make, like how many subscribers you got, like how much money you make, just all this and that. And I'm telling her because like I don't give a damn. One, I think it was more so because like I was starting to get like a little lit, because normally I would not just indulge in like giving all this information like, oh, I make X amount of money to X amount of money a month doing this and then doing that. And she was like, oh, I was looking into like maybe doing like content creation, but more so like TikTok. And I was just telling her like, oh, I don't know how TikTok pay, because I don't really be posting on TikTok like that. Like I just get on TikTok to laugh. It's not really like, I don't know, I just feel like I can't dedicate that much time to posting TikToks, because you gotta like post a lot to get paid like a decent amount or whatever. I don't like posting on TikTok. So I was just like, oh yeah, like I don't know nothing about that, but if you want to know like the tea with YouTube, like I'm the girl to come to, because I can tell you all the ins and outs. Cool. So we get to talking. So I'm just like, oh, so what restaurant did you want to go to eat at? I forgot the name of the restaurant, y'all, but it's some restaurant in Tampa, and it was like a black owned restaurant, okay? Which this don't really got nothing to do with nothing for real, but I'm gonna just put that out there, and maybe it'll be relevant, maybe it won't. I'm gonna just say. So it was like this black owned restaurant. I forgot what it was called, but I like to like look up stuff on TikTok or like on Google to see like what the vibes, what the aesthetics is giving. And it's like the typical grass wall, neon light, hookah, DJ type. You would think we was in Atlanta basically, or like Houston or something. Typical vibes that you would, yeah. So I'm just like, okay, cool, which I didn't have a problem with. So she was just like, yeah, a couple people told me that the food was really good, the hookahs were strong, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like, okay, cool, it's your birthday, let's do it. So before we left the B&B, right? Because mind you, this happened after the first story that I told y'all about the birthday dinner when I was in Houston. This happened after. Before we left this house, I made it crystal clear. Cousin, I'm not saying this is gonna be you. I'm not trying to accuse you of nothing. I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm just telling you the experiences that I have had before with birthday dinners. Everybody is paying for everything that they got. We not splitting nothing evenly. We not doing, everybody is, even if they can't split the check, everybody is gonna do smooth. Everybody is gonna send their portion of what they consumed. We gonna combine it, and that's gonna be the bill. So she was just like looking at me like, duh, like that's common sense. And my homegirls was like, cause my homegirls know about the Houston girls, like they know that story. So my cousin looking at me like duh, that's common sense. But she was just like, well, I'll do you one even better. My dude's supposed to be sending me money, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be enough to like cover the bill, because this was not like no, like how I told y'all in the first story time how we went to the steakhouse. It wasn't like no 5-star top of the line Michelin star restaurant where like an appetizer was gonna be $85. Nah, it wasn't like that. But you know, like if you still, like if you ordering, like say it's like a lot of cheap, like it's like the menu is cheap and you ordering like a lot of stuff, that stuff can that stuff can still start to add up. So I'm just making it clear. So she was just like, no, my dude gonna send me money to cover everything. Like I'm just like, nah, you don't even gotta do that, like just cover like your stuff. So she was like, no, like it's cool, like it's cool. So I'm just like, okay, like I'm just saying like okay to her. But even still, even if he don't send you no money, just make sure you got enough for your bill. Which like I was thinking in the back of my head, I was just gonna see how the night was gonna go, because like I told y'all in the first story time, like I had paid for like a portion or no, I didn't pay for a portion of the birthday girl dinner. My homegirl did, but I did buy a bottle when we went to the club. You know, like I was gonna do something, so I was just like, maybe I'll pay for my cousin meal. But I was just still like, I don't know, like I had got like a little bit triggered. Like I wasn't really thinking about it like before, but when we like was on the way to the restaurant and stuff, I had thought about the Houston trip. So I was just like, let me just see how the night goes, and maybe I'll pay for my cousin stuff, maybe I won't. Like I don't know, I'ma just see how I'm feeling, whatever. Cool, just listen. So we get to the little restaurant or whatever, and it's a cute little vibe. I cannot remember what this restaurant was called. If I remember to look it up while I'm editing this, I'm gonna put it somewhere in the video. But we get there, whatever, and we get put on the wait list. We're not waiting for long, probably like 10-15 minutes. Okay, cool. So we get to the table. So immediately our waitress come up, and this is my thing. When I go out with people, it's a couple things that I gotta say. Number one, I'm not a rude person. Like I don't like rude people. I don't like when people are rude to especially service workers. Like I don't like that. Like it makes me uncomfortable. It makes my ass itch. I don't like that, because I'm not rude people that I hang out with tend to not be rude. So like, why are you being rude? So one thing that I noticed about my cousin, and mind you, this is our first time like linking in person since we've been adults. Like I ain't seen her since I was like 14, 15 or something like that, like a long time ago. This like 10 plus years later. So our waitress come up or whatever, and I'm not saying that, I don't know, like I just try to give grace because I ain't never worked in the service industry, but I'm pretty sure that they deal with all types of different people like all day long, and this was like later on at night, so who knows, like she could have been like at the end of her shift, she could have been here. I don't know, I'm just trying to give grace because like you don't never know what somebody is going through. And the way my cousin made it seem like, oh, she was just matching energy. So our waitress did come up, and she wasn't like the bubbliest person, but she also was not rude either. It was kind of just like her vibe was just off, but not in like a rude, like snarky way, or like trying to be a smart ass or nothing. You could just tell like her energy was low, which was why I was thinking like, okay, maybe this is like towards the end of her shift and she finna get off or so. Like I don't know what her situation is, nor am I really like concerned about it, as long as you stay tentative to our needs and you bring out our food and our drinks and stuff on time, then cool. Like it's okay. It's not like she was like cussing us out or like she walked into the table with attitude. But like my cousin had noticed like her energy was low, so she had asked us like, you know, like have we ever been there or whatever, and stuff like that. And my cousin was like, are you okay? And I'm just looking at her like, girl, what? So the waitress was like, yeah, what you mean? So she was just like, well, normally when people come up to the table, like when the waitress comes up to the table, like they smile. So I'm just already like, that was like a big ass red flag to me. So I'm just like, oh, I hope that she is not one of these people, because bitch, no, hell no. So the waitress just like, oh, I'm sorry. Like she was very like, I felt bad for the girl. Like she was like very apologetic, like, oh, I'm sorry, like it's just been a long day, whatever. So my cousin was like, yeah, just saying, like, work on that. Mind y'all, we just got to the restaurant. Like we just got here. Like we just sat down. It's not even like the girl was making us wait for a long time till she came and like introduced herself or nothing. So you could just tell she was just kind of like taken aback. But I applaud the waitress, because if that was me, that would have been my 13th reason. I would have cussed her out and I would have quit. Because who you feeling like? What you feeling like? What? Girl, please. So she was just like, oh yeah, like that's my bad. Like it's just been like a long day or whatever. So my cousin was like, so anyways, I like to order, and then she proceeds to like tell the waitress like what type of drink she want or whatever. So she was like, well, actually, mind you, on the menu it tells you like everything, like tells you like the ingredients that it have in like the drink menu. It tell you, oh, this is vodka mixed with sweet and sour mixed with a cherry on top, or this is tequila with a splash of Sprite and a little bit of nectarine juice, or like it tell you like the name of the drink and then what's in the drink. So she was like, well, actually, what's in that? So then the waitress was like, oh, like if you look right there, like it'll tell you like the ingredients that they put in the drink. So then my cousin was like, oh, you don't know off the top of your head? I'm like, girl, so now I done said, because now you're making me uncomfortable, and like I don't like, and I don't want you to think like I'm a rude ass bitch like my cousin. I just got back in contact with this bitch. I didn't even know that she was gonna act like this. Like I'm so sorry. Like I felt so bad. So I'm just like, girl, just look next to the drink. Like I'm just like, you don't got to know nothing off the top of your head. Just look. So I'm just like, okay, while she figuring it out, I'll get it, da da da. Then my homegirl's like, I'll get it, blah blah blah. My other homegirl's like, I'll get it, blah blah blah. So my cousin was like, okay, yeah, I'll just get the first one that I asked you about. So she was just like, okay, I'm gonna put y'all drinks in at the bar. I'm gonna bring out some waters and then I'm gonna be right back. So she walked away, and I'm just like, bitch, like, she was just like, what? I was just messing with her. Why? That's not cute. That's not funny. I'm telling this to her face, like, that's not cute. That's not funny. Okay, so that's the number one thing. That's the first red flag. But also I was gonna say, when we was, which I was not thinking that this was a red flag at the time, but of course when I tell story times, looking back, everything, like hindsight is 2020. So you know how like I told her like I did YouTube or whatever, and I did tell her like how much I made like a month. Like it's either between this amount and this amount, but it's never less than like this amount. So cool. So I'm just like, yeah, like I'm fortunate enough to, you know, like YouTube like really like pay all my bills every month, and plus like I still got like a regular 9 to 5. So I just feel like, you know, like I was just telling her basically like I'm just fortunate, I'm blessed, like I'm glad that I decided to do this. Like I didn't even think it was gonna go this far. Like I didn't know I was gonna be good at what I do, blah blah blah. So she just kept asking me like how often do I get paid from YouTube, and if you do YouTube and you are in, is it called a content creator program? I think that's just for TikTok, but if you monetize off of YouTube, you know we get paid, or I get paid every month on the 21st unless it's the weekend. But it's from the 21st of every month to the 26th, like anywhere between it, depending on like the type of bank that you got. But for me, it's basically like the 21st of every month. So I think this was like before I had got paid from YouTube. But again, like I got multiple streams of income, so it's not like I'm ever gonna be broke, don't got no money, I'm just depending on this check. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's just like, that's play money at this point, because like all my bills is paid up, whatever. I'm just telling her. So she just kept asking like, oh, how often do you get paid again, or what day do you get paid? I'm not thinking nothing of it, because mind you, we done took some shots. So I'm just telling her. So she was just like, oh, so you didn't get paid yet this month? And I'm just like, no, but like, you know, like it's no big deal, like I got money, like what? So she was just like, oh no, I'm just asking, like I'm just trying to like see like if I'm gonna benefit if I'm gonna benefit from like doing it or whatever. Cool. I'm not thinking of the other. Keep this in mind though. So keep in mind, she keep asking about what's in my pockets. She being rude to the waitress. And remember the very beginning I told y'all, she said her dude was sending her money to pay for the bill. But even if he didn't, we was still gonna be cool, because she said like even if he don't send the money, she still at least got enough to, you know, like cover her ass. Which why would you go out and not have money? Okay, cool. So it ain't no problems. So the waitress come back, and I'm just gonna spare y'all like the details of like the waitress interaction, because that's really not what this story time is about. It's just like a small detail. But just know she was rude to this poor girl the whole entire night. And before even like I tell y'all about the plot twist of this, I was just very like annoyed with her, and I damn near didn't even want to like do nothing with her for the rest of the night, because we were supposed to like go bar hop and all of this other stuff like after. Like I didn't even want to do that, because I don't like when people are rude to people. Like I don't like that. It makes me very uncomfortable. I don't want to be associated with that. I wasn't raised like that. Like I'm not like a rude bitch. Like now granted, if the waitress did come up with an attitude and my cousin was just matching energy, okay, get it. But the waitress, like even after she said like, oh, normally like people who have tables, like they walk up with a smile, the waitress was so smiley after that. So whatever. Okay, so we get to ordering stuff, y'all. And remember, like I said, no, we was not at like no 5-star restaurant, no high-end high class restaurant or nothing. But if you see like a lot of cheap stuff, and I'm the type of person, which I don't know if this is just me, but I'm the type of person when I go out, I like to have a variety of different things. Like I want to like try a little bit of everything, and I don't mind like sharing. But I know, well, this could just be me, I know that like if I ordered it, even if I share with you, I'm still gonna pay for it, because I'm the one that ordered it. Like yeah, you might have had like a little dabble of the food or whatever, but like I ordered it, I'm offering it to you. Now if you decide that you want to give me some money to apply to that because you feel like, oh, I ate some, but I don't never like expect nobody to, oh well, I ordered mozzarella sticks and it was 8 mozzarella sticks and you ate 2 of them, so if we take the total and then we divide that and then carry the one, no. And I'm glad that I'm in the position that I am to not even like penny pinch like that, because I don't like that. So we ordering stuff. So this what happened. One of my homegirls had ordered hookah. It was a hookah guy there. She ordered hookah for the table. And the guy was like, oh, well, I'm gonna just let you know, these aren't like big hookahs, so the pool might not be like what y'all are looking for 4 people if 4 people get on one hookah. So she was just like, okay, no problem, like I'll just get 2. Cool. Other homegirl, we ordering shots and all type of stuff like that, which it really didn't like even end up being like nothing. And then I'm ordering like appetizers like for the whole table, and then like you just order like your regular entrees, and then at the end of the night they had brought my cousin like this little dessert. They had sung happy birthday to her, whatever. Cool, it was like that. So cool. So okay, dinner go by, everything cool. I'm keeping a mental note of like I'm probably gonna have like the highest bill because like I said, like I'm ordering like a variety of stuff for the table, but that's cool with me, that's fine with me. Cool. So my cousin just started like being on her phone or whatever, and she trying to like, she put the phone up to her ear. Mind you, it's music and stuff in the restaurant. She put the phone up to her ear and she looking at it, and she put it down and she texting and she put it back up to her ear like she trying to call somebody but somebody not answering. So she was just like, see, this is exactly why I don't be fucking with niggas, and I don't like fucking with niggas, and I'ma just stay to myself. So I'm just like, cousin, what's wrong? So she was just like, remember the nigga that I told you was gonna send the money? He not answering the phone. So I'm just like, dang, like that's crazy. But mind you, she said earlier, like, my bad, my camera's finna turn off. Mind you, she said earlier like that was okay. She was gone. She still had like money to like cover her, whatever. She's like, I'm not dependent on man. Like, oh, if he send it, that's cool, but like I'm gonna be cool either way, right? So that's what I'm thinking. So she texting. We end up like being done with the food or whatever. We still like smoking a hookah. The lady come back and she just like, oh, I can't split the check or whatever because it's a 4-top. And then, you know, like most restaurants, I think they do like, if it's a party of 4 or more, like the gratuity is already added or whatever, like whatever. I'm not tripping, but remind you, I had to talk before we left the Airbnb. Everybody is paying for what they got, even if it's one check. Everybody gonna send the money to that one person. Somebody gonna put their card down or put cash down or whatever, but everybody was gonna send their portion, and that was gonna be that. So I wasn't even tripping off the one check. I wasn't even tripping because we had that talk, right? Oh yeah, that's fine, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. So the girl come back with the bill. She put it on the table. She was just like, whenever y'all ready, and just sit here, enjoy the vibes, keep smoking y'all hookah, cool, whatever. So my cousin immediately like reach over because she was sitting like closest to, who keep like, leave me alone. She was sitting like closest to the wall in the booth or whatever. You know, the waitress had put the check like on the end of the table or whatever. So she reached over to me and she looked at it and she was like, damn. So I'm just like, what? But she was just like, this check is high as hell. So I look, y'all, the check, mind you, everything gonna be cheap to me compared to them thousands of dollars when we was at Houston at that steakhouse. Everything gonna be cheap to me. I think the bill was like, I can't even remember. It wasn't no more than like $300. It was like 2 something. It really was not. Like, to me, all the stuff that we got, and plus it had included the hookah on there too. All the stuff that we got, plus the hookah, the drinks, the like, to me, 2 something was very cheap amongst 4 people. Like, that was cheap as hell. So I'm just like, what? Like, high as hell. So I'm just like, okay, girl. So she's like, dang, like, I don't got no service in here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we fucking go. So she's just like, do y'all got service? Like, do y'all got signal? So I look at my phone. I'm just like, yeah, I got like 4 bars. My homegirl's like, yeah, I got service, whatever. So she was just like, I'm trying to log into my bank account to unlock my card, because here she, when people get to like over explaining stuff and like explaining stuff that like nobody asked about, nobody was talking about, like, I feel like you're lying. So she gets to explain that, oh, she got her card locked because every time she go out of the state or like go out of town or something, her bank be thinking it's fraud. So she got to unlock her card, and she got to send whoever money, and just like talking about like one that's like she got to send like her part of the bill to whoever, but she don't got no signal to get into like her banking app or whatever. So I was just like, okay, well, do you have like another card or something, like, or do you have cash? So she was like looking through her purse. Now, you know good and damn well if you got cash or not. Like, wherever you gonna pull the cash out your ass, like, you know if you have cash or not. Me personally, y'all know I tell y'all I don't never carry cash, so don't ask me because I know good and damn well I don't got no cash. I just got my card. So she get to like fumbling through her purse and she was just like, I thought I had cash. I must have spent it. Like, how you? Okay, girl. So I'm just like letting her figure it out. So she just like keep going to the banking app. She get to calling the nigga. So I'm just like, okay, but even if like, well, I was thinking at the time, like, even if he sends you money, if your card locked, but then like he could have Apple paid her, and that would be like a whole different thing, because then you could just like take the money off at Apple Pay and then Apple Pay somebody else, whatever, cool. So she just fumbling. So I'm just sitting there like looking, and I'm looking at my homegirls, and I'm like smirking a little bit because I already know it's gonna be some bullshit, right? So she was just like, I don't know, I'm gonna just try to like go to the bathroom or something. Like I'm gonna step like closer to like the front door or whatever, see if I get signal. So I get up, I let her out the booth. So as soon as she get out, my homegirls get to talking shit, which I already knew they was finna do that, which I know somebody gonna be like, oh, you let them talk shit about your cousin, but it wasn't like really like, oh, fuck that bitch, I don't like her, blah blah blah. So she's just like, that's weird, like that's odd, like that's strange. I'm just like, right, which I'm not thinking what's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm just thinking like, okay, maybe like worst thing, she gonna be like, cousin, can you just cover me? And I would have did that. It's your birthday, I would have did that. Don't ask me why I wasn't immediately like, oh, I'm just cover her bill. I don't know why I didn't think to just say like, oh, it's cool, like I got you, it's your birthday. I did it for whatever reason. Oh, wham, so sad. So she stepped, I'm not watching her or nothing, like we grown, like I'm not monitoring her like she might care or nothing like that. She said she needed to get signal. I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna take your word for face value. Cool. So we sitting there, and the waitress come back, and she just like, oh, are y'all good to like pay? So I'm just like, oh, I'm just letting my cousin come back. She just ran to the bathroom real quick, and then we gonna figure out the situation, put the card on file, and then you can get it. So she's just like, okay, like no worries, like I'll be back in a few, like take your time. So it gets to being like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10, 15 minutes done went by. 15 minutes done went by. So I'm just like looking around. So I'm just like, maybe she like in the bathroom like taking a shit or something, or like I don't know. 15 minutes go by. Okay, now I don't know how these type of situations work, because I ain't never ran out on no check. I ain't never dined and dashed. I ain't never even been around nobody who didn't even attempted to do no shit like this. But I thought that it was like, oh, they say something to you if it's like, okay, so say it's like 4 of us and like 3 of us left, and then 1 was left behind. But only in this case, 1 out of the 4 was trying to dip, and we still got said something to, if that makes sense. So mind you, this is a black owned establishment, whatever. The owner was there, which I did not know he was the owner, of course, when we got there, whatever, but I know he's the owner now. Ask me how I found out. So he was like, you could just see, it was like this bald-headed guy. He was like at the front, like by the hostess stand, you know. He was like, you know, talking to people, like the host was like checking people in, whatever. And then he would like look at us, and I saw him like walk past the table like a couple times, and he would like look at, you know, like the little black book that the check be in or whatever. So he had walked past like a good 2 times, like looked to see the check was still there. He looked at us, he was like scanning the table, like looking. And by that 3rd time he came and he said, so are y'all ready to pay? So I was just like, oh yeah, I just told our waitress that my cousin was in the bathroom or whatever, and when she comes back, like we was gonna get all of our money together. So he picked up the book and he looked at the tab. So he took the book with him. So he said, okay, give me 1 second. So I'm just like, what the fuck? So now I get to like text my cousin like, hey, they tripping up in here, they being weird, like where you at? Like come back so we can like pay the bill or whatever, so we can get up out of here, because they acting weird. Like I don't like that. Like I don't like the weird funny shit. So he come back with our waitress. So he was like, y'all were a party of 3 or a party of 4? So I was like, we're a party of 4. So he was like, where's the 4th person? So I'm like what you, I'm like, what you mean? Like she just went talking about she as in the waitress. Just went in the bathroom. There's nobody in there. Mind you, we rode with my cousin. Okay, my cousin drove her car to Florida, period, but to the restaurant. So I'm what? Hold on. So I get to calling my cousin. Why my call going straight to voicemail? So I'm like, homegirl, let me see your phone real quick. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I don't got a signal. I'm like, hold on real quick. Cause yeah, my cousin, like, you seen my cousin? She was like, yeah, I was like a party for it. I get to call in off my homegirl phone. It rang, and then she forwarded the call. Now my thing is this. I don't know why he thought something like suspicious was going on, because 3 of us were still at the table. But I don't know if my cousin just had that sneaky walk like Kiki off of TikTok, or like she was walking suspicious like Chicago Hottie. That girl said Chicago Hottie was walking. I don't know what none of that looked like. Maybe she was giving like Pink Panther vibes. I don't know what alarmed him to come over to us and to think that she dipped, but she dipped. So he said, okay, so one of you, I don't know, maybe he thought like we were just gonna go like one by one, and he wanted to like nip that in the bud. So I said, sir, I don't know where my cousin is. Here's my card. I'm not even concerned about my homegirl sending no. Here's my card. Please take that, charge it. Yeah. So he grabbed my card. He went to go charge it or whatever. He brought the black wig back, and he literally looked at us and he said, I don't know what y'all got going on. I don't know what this is. I don't know what type of plan that y'all had, but y'all are not welcome back here. I said, wait. He wasn't trying to hear none of that. He walked away. I said, y'all, did we just get banned from a restaurant? Number one. And did my cousin just do a diner dash? So we get up out of there. We had to-go boxes and all type of shit. I didn't even take the food. I was so ashamed, y'all, and I wasn't even the one who dined the dash. I just paid for the whole tab. I wasn't even the one who ran off on the check, and I just paid the whole tab. I was so shamed. I think I was especially shamed because it was like people in our vicinity, and he was not trying to be discreet about nothing. He said that like with a little bit of like bass in his voice, and it was like a little loud, and people were looking. So we had to immediately get the fuck up out of there. Now we looking like some jugs standing in front of the restaurant because she done dipped. Her car is not in the parking lot no more, y'all. Mind you, our stuff is at her Airbnb. So what do I do? What could I do in this situation? I called my uncle. I called him and I said, hey, long time no speak. Hey, how are you? How you doing? Hope you had a great day. Guess what? I just linked with your daughter after not seeing her for 10 plus years. Thought we got off on a great foot. We reconnected. She's down here for her birthday for the weekend. Me and 2 of my homegirls were with her. Just at a restaurant, she dipped on a check. So he was like, what? She dipped on the check. She dipped on the check and she dipped in her wheels. So he was like, no, let me call her. I'm gonna call you right back. He immediately called me back. She blocked me. You knew I was gonna call Uncle. You knew I was gonna call. Y'all, I wish I had more to say. Literally after this, because I had already had the address in my GPS from when we got there, I got us the Uber back to the Airbnb so we can get our little duffel bags. Door was not unlocked. The only reason why we got in was because did she give me, because like we were gonna try to see if we can get in a window, but no. I feel like I remembered like seeing her punch in the code, or she gave me the code to get in when we first got there. However I got the code, I had put the code in. Mind you, she was not there. It was just my car in the driveway, my Jeep in the driveway. So we go in. I'm just like, I'm so shocked the anger didn't even hit me yet. So when we got back to the Airbnb, and my homegirls just kept saying like, that was weird as fuck. You should have never like got back in contact with her. Like, your cousin's a weirdo. Like, sorry, that's your cousin. I don't even mean to like disrespect your cousin. Once they like start saying that, and I'm like putting into perspective what's going on, now I'm just like, now I'm pissed the fuck off. So now I'm texting her and I'm calling her, and first my calls was going straight to voicemail. Now it's ringing all the way through and it's just going to voicemail. My messages are delivering. So maybe she blocked me and then unblocked me. I don't know, but I'm calling her all types. You a weird ass bitch. Why the fuck would you run out on a tab that was less than like $500? Like, my Jeep was nowhere near $500. I'm just saying, like, you're a weird ass bitch. Like, I should have never like got back in contact with you. Should have never got back cool with you. Like, blah blah blah. Like, I'm just calling her all types of names, and I see her texting back. I see the little bubbles. See the bubbles, they go away. See the bubbles, they go away. She never hit me back, y'all. She never hit me back. And I never saw my cousin again after that. We got our stuff and we dipped. Literally. Went out with her. Was rude as fuck to the waitress. Dipped out on the check. Blocked me. And then I did not see her ever again, y'all. Ever again. Like, I have not seen her or talked to her since. Like, the last thing I said to her was me sending her that long paragraph and I cussed her out. So when I say I'm completely done with birthday dinners, I really want to hold your hand with the napkin in between when I say this. I'm completely done with birthday dinners. Don't ask me to go on a birthday dinner trip. Don't ask me to go. No. Let's go out to eat the day after your birthday. How about we just don't do group dinners no more? Like, well, no, I can't say that because... But like, it's just something about a bitch birthday that just, listen, don't invite me anywhere to eat, to no dinner party, no thanks. I don't want to do it. Sorry. FaceTime me. I don't want to be there. No thanks. So I am truly permanently scarred. I promise you this is going to be the last story time about birthday dinners. I'm never going on one again. I don't care if it's my grandma. I don't care if it's your grandma. No. So yeah, that was the time that I got back in contact with my cousin after years and years for her to turn out to be a weird ass, oddball ass bitch who ran out on the check, who dines and dashes at our big age. Mind you, we're like the same age. Who does that? I don't even play like that. Like, what? Which made me think like her trying to pocket watch me. She was probably like in her head like, oh, this bitch got it. Like, she got it. She can cover the check. So yeah, and now my whole family knows that she's a weirdo. People have reached out to her. Get down. You're scratching me. Get down. People have reached out to her, like older family members have tried to shun her. She just doesn't say anything to anybody. So, and this is not like a cousin who, like, she's so close to me, like I'll see her like when I go back home for Thanksgiving or nothing. Like, she's not one of those cousins, but still like a cousin, you know. So I can't even, like, when I go home in November, like, see her and be like, okay bitch, like, what's up? Like, no. So yeah, that happened. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I love you and I appreciate you, but you already knew that. So before you click off, make sure you are subscribed. If you don't leave a comment down below, just give this video a thumbs up, please. turn on your post bell notification, share this with somebody, go join the membership, go shake your ass, go wash your ass, like do whatever you want, go live life. Just don't be like my cousin and go out to eat and dip on a check, because you're a weirdo if you do that. And I'm gonna see y'all next week for a brand new story time. Bye.